What up, brahs? What a fun bike. I don't know if it's my tire pressure or what, but I seem to like get like a wobble whenever I try to like dip back real hard and slow down. Or maybe it's just me. It has been a minute. Oh yeah, gear! Everybody always talking about gear, especially now since my crash, and here I am. Blue jeans, t-shirt, Vans, look at my arm, juicy. Just chilling. Well, you know, we're gonna get gas before we talk about that. But we're gonna talk about that today, brahs. I'm gonna address it. We're gonna have an adult conversation. And it'll all make sense in the end. How embarrassing going to clutch up and trash controls on. It just yeets you back down. So normally there's traffic here at this particular spot at 35, and that's normally when I turn on my GoPro again and I'm like whizzing through traffic. Well, this time's a little different because one, it's Sunday, so there's never really any traffic here on Sunday. If it is, it's super light, and I'm just like, whoo, I'm through it. But today it was pretty much standstill. As you can see, I'm going 10 miles an hour. So I figured something was wrong, and you know, there it is. Someone's took up a whole lane. So I decided to go slowly through the cars, you know, because everybody's literally not moving. And I don't like going slow through the cars, really, because that gives cars and stuff time to see me coming. And then people in traffic get frustrated and they decide to take it out on me. So I was coming up and there's this Love's truck, and I noticed him veer, and it's unnormal. It's not really normal. I don't know. I just saw that it wasn't a normal veer. He veered off to the center and kind of stayed there, like here. And I was like, okay, he sees me coming. Sure enough, I back off a little bit, and the mix that I'm in, and then I kind of zip up around, and then I get in the lane next to him because that lane starts moving quicker. So he's not going to cut off a whole other car, but when I got close to him, I come right up and I got right beside him. Sure enough, I'm looking at his mirror and I see him see me, and his face is all mad, and he rolls his window down, and I hear him starting to yell about something, and I just I just blasted his eardrum as I came by, and then just put it on, and I just gave him a little, you know, hey, wave as I drove away. I don't like flipping people off either. I just like acting like a kid. It just pisses people off even more. It's great. Wait a minute, I was supposed to be talking about something today. Oh yeah! Gear. Okay, so here is a breakdown of why I don't really wear gear. Oh, hold on. Oh, some Harley boys. Oh, the killers, clearly. Yeah, a little smirk on his face. Oh man. Okay, so this is why I don't wear gear. So if you go watch any stunt rider, Brian 66, Dank Willie, because those are going to be the top ones. Dank Willie wears gloves, Sometimes it looks like he wears knee pads, elbow pads, and riding vest and all that. But when he rides streets, he normally doesn't. He normally wears gloves, body armor, helmet. Brian 636, as far as I know, all I ever see him wear is gloves and a helmet. I don't think he wears anything other than that. Those are the only two examples I have of stunt riders on YouTube. If there's other ones, I don't know. And I'm not talking your icon stunt rider, the one that only rides in the lot and would literally lose his job of getting paid to ride his motorcycle with icon gear if he rode the streets. Okay, I'm not talking about them. Those guys don't count. They ride lots. It's different out here on these filthy streets. That's a whole different world, whole different vibe. So just at the like bigger YouTubers, but then go down to any of the killers, any of the stunt riders, all of them, none of them wear gear. We wear gloves that are thin little mittens like this, so we can feel our clutches and handbrakes and everything, and our throttles and our it helps us feel everything. We wear tennis shoes like these, like Vans, so we can really feel where our foot is at all times because we're jumping around on the bike and stuff. We have to. Otherwise, if you wore like riding boots, and I've seen riding boots, they're hard as bricks. You can't hardly feel anything in those things. How am I supposed to like jump around on my seat until my sub cage and all that kind of stuff when I can't feel my freaking feet? They're like walking around on horse's hoofs. That's in B mode, and I didn't even give it all the gas. What a ridiculous motorcycle. Okay, so that's why I don't wear gear, because first and foremost, I'm trying to be a stunt rider more than anything. I like wheelies. Like if I'm going anywhere on a stock bike or a stunt, like normally obviously my main bike's stunted, but even then I ride stock bikes like this. I'm wheeling it, I'm gooning like that, and I need to be able to feel my feetsies and my handsies and be comfortable. Now if in my headset was my only videos I made, if I called myself Ghost Rider and that's all I did, right, then I would be more inclined to wear leathers, race suit, the boots, the everything. It would make more sense because all I do is haul ass and, you know, pop fast wheelies and haul more. Or if I was like these guys that go to the Dallas North Tollway 635, it's this underground tollway. All the cool racing videos that you'll see on Instagram, at least in the Texas area, are normally at that tollway because it's perfect. There's very low traffic. It's 3 lanes. It's underground, you know, mostly underground, and you can just be down there and rip for a couple miles, and then turn around and come back down it again. If I did that, same thing. I'd wear leathers or something. But even those guys, I've seen some of those guys race with freaking regular old tennis shoes and shorts. And a riding jacket on top of all that. Then their bottom half is naked. It's so weird. And they're on bikes that are all modded out to go, you know, 186 plus to, you know, race each other. And I was like, I don't know about all that. So my point is that I'm too much of a what am I going to call myself? A unicorn. Unicorn! I'm too much of a unicorn. I do too much of both worlds. There's not, to go watch most stunt riders, they don't ride stock bikes fast. They ride their normally they ride their stunted out bikes, they ride them slow, or they don't ride as hard. I don't know, Dank Willie, he rides pretty fast sometimes, but for the most part he just stunts. But every now and then he does a whatchamacallit video where he test rides something, and he'll go fast on that. But for the most part, I do that more than anybody because I get the opportunity to ride a lot of bikes because Riley, bless Riley, sponsors me, and the fact that he lets me ride anything he has, which has been in turn R1, CX14s, Harleys. It's been a lot of bikes. I've ridden a lot of bikes over the years that have been all Riley's bikes, and most of them are all been go fast bikes. So with all that being said, that's why if I was dedicated my YouTube to just going fast, I would have leathers and stuff because it would make sense for my type of riding. My type of riding is fast and corners. Then yeah, why not wear a race suit and knee pads and drag knee everywhere I go, on every turn I go to? But see, I'm not that kind of rider. I do it all, and when you do it all, it doesn't make sense. Like you can say, well, you could wear like a riding jacket and knee pads and elbow pads and, you know, something of that sort, or some type of Kevlar something, I don't know. But then you have to take into consideration that I live in Texas, so it's hot. It's really, really hot. It's so freaking hot. I don't even know how to explain to you how hot it gets here. It's hot. So it just, no, I would die. I would have a heat stroke and I would die. If I wore all that, I'd have to have like a water backpack and drink water. And I already literally ride to a gas station like this right now because I'm thirsty. It's 7 degrees right now. It's not even that hot, but I'm already thirsty. So imagine me in racing leathers. Ugh. Like, I couldn't do it. I would be too thirsty all the time. And I don't know, you see this little little scratch that's fading away? It's nothing. It's not that big of a deal. And the one on my back, it's like you can hardly even tell it was there. Ooh. I love this new helmet. It's got like a hard clip to pop down. Dang, this guy got a lot darker since I was here. Anyway, it's got this really big clip. When you push it down real hard, locks the helmet in, but you don't have to, I have discovered, because like right now and riding around town and even on the highway, I don't clip it all the way, and it just kind of lets in a little bit more airflow in the bottom half of the helmet, and it definitely hasn't tried to come up yet. But when I go fast, I pop it down to its full lock position, and it's good. You know, I love me a little pop, a little flame. Anyway, so I know I said I was going to remember what I was talking about exactly, but I don't. But Baby Jesus stopped at the gas station, talked to me for a little bit, so it's been a while, that's why. And he said something that I thought was hilarious. It's like, imagine someone in full race leathers trying to jump the spreader. How ridiculous would that be? Like, it wouldn't even work. You'd hurt yourself. You'd definitely hurt yourself, because there's just no flexibility when you start putting all that on. And then when you start putting on nice jackets, and I mean nice jackets, ones that are actually going to save you if you fall off, those start weighing on you, making it harder for you to move and be flexible with your hands. There's just, I don't know, there's like an endless amount of reasons. And everybody watching that says in the comments, you know, oh, you should wear a jacket and some real riding gloves and boots, you, my good sir, cannot ride at my level. That's like something that they don't even comprehend. You're not at my level. I'm like past you. Sounds cocky saying that too, but it's true. I could anybody that says that in the comments, I guarantee I could get them at the track, whatever, anywhere, anytime, whatever kind of riding skill you want to say that you're better at. You're not. You're just going to be safer than me. You're going to be less injured when you mess up. I'm also less likely to mess up due to how much experience I have. Like, even though I wrecked a while ago because the oil problem I had, even that I did pretty good, because I saved it from going left to right a couple different times, because it tried to fully turn a couple different times, but finally got me once we got close to the shoulder. There's nothing I could do at that point, but I did good for a little bit. Better than most. Anyway, I don't know how to say that without just sounding douchey, but I mean, it's true. Anybody in those comments, I guarantee I outride you. So you can't tell me that if you wore this or wore that, it would be fine, it'd be better in the long run, blah, 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 blah. You don't know. You can't even do what I do. How are you going to tell me to wear full leathers and ride the way I ride, wheelie the way I wheelie, and tell me there's just going to be no difference when you can't even wheelie? Does that make sense? I'm not just some random dumb kid on the internet that goes really, really fast on this motorcycle and has zero skill. I'm not that person. You don't get as far as I've gotten in life and ride as many bikes as I've ridden and either die or gain some knowledge. For the most part, I like to think that I've gained a lot of knowledge. I know how to handle a lot of different motorcycles. Doesn't really matter what it is. I can get on it 12 o'clock, I can get on it, ride it to its full potential, full speed, turns, it doesn't matter. I can do it. And this is how I feel comfy doing it. And that's that. Yes, what I wreck, when something happens, because you know, that's a big one, right? And when something happens, yeah, the oil filter backs off, it happens. You're gonna get a little hurt. You're gonna break a bone. Like, it's okay. That's life in general. Bad stuff happens. So you can, I don't know, you could not be doing anything dangerous and still die. Like, you know, I don't know. Some people just think about it way too much. They're way too worried about other people, such as me, riding versus your own self. Like the squid down the street doing those really scary chasers, you know, where they just like rip the clutch and the bike's like a foot off the ground and they're just going like, ah! Like that, you know, on their straight pipe Gixxer 600. Those guys, yeah, you should worry about them. But I'm not that guy. I'm not. I have a whole lot of control over every single bike. I mean, how many people get on it? How many people you see on the FZ09 that can actually wheelie this thing? Anybody? I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Everybody can say, you know, oh, I bet you'll wear gear now. No, I'm not gonna wear gear. Now, if I get the opportunity to go to like a racetrack and you know, go take the Cowie or something, or get a stock bike and go to the track, you know, track day, you're required to wear riding boots, real riding gloves, and at least a jacket. So if I ever get to go to one of those, I'll have to get all that stuff, and that's fine. That's the appropriate place for it. Like, a riding suit is great for the track. You know why? Because every single corner has like this giant empty grass lawn, and then, you know, tires or rubber barriers and stuff at the end if you was to wreck and somehow manage to slide all the way over to them. Like, it's perfectly safe to wreck and wear leathers at a track for the most part. You're gonna just slide off in the grass somewhere. If you wreck on the streets, you're gonna slide and hit a curb. There's a curb here, there's a wall here. Like, there's no mercy on the streets. So even in full leathers, you're really not gonna stand much of a chance if you go out, slide out on a turn on the highway doing a good amount of speed like I do, or say 130 or so, and you're wearing a full leather suit. You're just gonna slide and then pop, smack, right inside the wall, and that's it. Chances of you surviving the impact is very little. Very, very, very little. Would be no different than me and my clothes. The only difference is my body would have a lot of road rash and your body wouldn't. That's it. But we don't ever really halfway do stuff around here in the Gixxer channel. We full send everything all the time. So if I die, chances are it's gonna be quite the death. Anyway, I think that's pretty much all I had to say about all that. You know, save your wear jackets and you'll be so much safer, and blah 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 blah. For somebody that is at a lower level of riding that really needs to protect himself, because chances of him wiping out on his turn right by his house are pretty high. They're just not that high with me. I can take the turn at my house in a wheelie. You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I think I'm just beating the dead horse. Beating it. What up, Lexus? Let's put this thing in A mode. Get us a little launcher. Go around me, car. Perfect. Alright. Splat! That thing's quick, huh? Oh, Brez, it's good to be back. It's so nice. Woo! That thing is so nasty. Oh, okay, that's enough.